Sensational Arsenal comeback in the dying moments. Lacazette comes up, trumps 3 points to the Gooners. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal fans, Gooners everywhere in absolute ecstasy. Favourites for the top four they've been claiming, and they delivered in the end tonight. Class in the end from Arsenal to get themselves through a game which many didn't think they were going to get through, when they were missing chances, when they weren't quite doing it. The time wasting from Wolves ended up biting them in the backside big time. A painful night for Tottenham, a painful night for Man United, and twice in the space of 2 weeks, Wolverhampton Wanderers have been neutered. The Wolves have had their ball bags chopped off by Arsenal Football Club. Yes, they have. Now, what I need for you to do is smash that like button for us. I need you to subscribe to the Football Terrace. This is the ultimate match reaction show. Let's do it.
Oh, absolutely magnificent.
Tonight, we are sponsored again by Boohoo Man. You can get up to 40% off of their entire clothing range now by using promo code TFT10 and the link inside my description below. So when you're done watching, and that's going to be in like an hour or so, get yourselves across to the website, get yourself some new clobber, some great stuff over there. Just like, you know, my wonderful jacket I'm wearing right now. It's a pucker jacket. It really, really is. But Gooners, how are you all feeling? I want to know. We are going to share the call-in link a little bit later, so stay with us to get that done. I want to know how you're thinking. I want to know how you're feeling after that game, because it was a madness. It really was. For large parts of the game, it just didn't look like Arsenal were going to create enough. Lacazette, he gets the winner, so he gets the plaudits. But very much like Bruno Fernandes last night, had a bad game, but came up trumps in the dying moments. I think Spurs fans are probably rubbing their hands together and thinking, we got away with one. Man United fans thinking, what a midweek round of games for us, with Tottenham losing and Arsenal dropping points in some degree. And then in the dying moments of the game, it was done, it was dusted, it was over. Absolutely sensational. And look, you're going to get salt from rivals. You just got to take it on the chin. It doesn't matter. Arsenal have improved this year. I've been saying it on the terrace for a long, long time. For weeks now, I've been saying your favourites to finish inside the top four. More consistent than Man United, more consistent than Tottenham, and you are better than Wolves. Let's just have no disrespect to Wolves. You are better than them. And in that last 10 minutes of the game, we were all sitting here watching it. The time wasting was going to come back and bite them. Also, they became too negative. They sat too deep. Literally said it here. They're inviting Arsenal onto them, and they're going to make it too. They're not laying a punch on them, as it were. And they went and got the job done. And those kind of moments are so important for a team to galvanize, to bring them together, to drive them forward. It was nothing short of sensational in the end. And this time of the season, in these clutch games, winning is the only thing that matters. You can keep your performances. You can keep the style of play. You can keep all of this. It's about winning. I've seen Arsenal play better than this and drop points. I've seen Arsenal play better than this and lose. Today, they came up trumps. And you know what? They won't be talking about referees today because they won. They won't be talking about Gabriel's mistake because they won. That's what winning literally papers over any kind of cracks that are going on, because it's the most important thing. And there's nothing short of well done and congratulations to Arsenal. It pains me to say it as a Man United fan, but you know what we do on the terrace. We don't do the salt, never have, and we never, ever will. We've got a great panel in the studio tonight. We're joined, of course, by Ram, who's back to this. He doesn't look very happy, even though he hasn't got a dog in this fight. He was gutted when that goal went in. Making her debut on the terrace tonight as well is Colleen, who's a Gooner. How are you?
I'm great now. Absolutely buzzing. The temperature in the room has dropped, though. I'm the only one happy here today.
This is true. The room did go. I mean, mine was glad to update my thumbnails and everything. No, not really. I was pissed. I was pissed when that goal went in. And it was lack of threat as well, because tonight he went and scored. We're going to be taking calls in a moment. We're going to be getting Jess on the show. Egal is going to be here with us. La African Guna is on the show tonight as well. We will share the link in the live comment sections for you to call in and have your say as well. Get those super chats in, get those member chats in as well. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, hold that. So I don't know who you're throwing that at, mate. I've picked you to be favorites, but there, it does hurt. I'm not going to lie. I am in a lot of pain tonight. If it wasn't for the fact that my hairline's starting to look so good, I would be crying. But there we go. That's another thing. Right, first caller of the night. Jess is here with us because I know she's got to go off and do her stuff. Smash the like and share button, people. Welcome back to the show, Jess. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. Like, talk to us.
Oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm shaking. Like, I'd already prepared my little speech to come on here okay. So before the goals even went in, I thought we were playing well. I did. I thought we were playing well. We just didn't have it in the final third. And then we just turned up the heat. And the individual performances, literally, like, I thought Thomas Partey, Ben White, Odegaard would have been like they played so well that it would have been unfair for them to be on the losing team because their individual performances, even Granit Xhaka, were the reason why we won this game. Never gave up. And let me just say this too. Wolves are very good. KJ was right. Like, I was dead wrong. I think it was on like one of the top 6 shows that we did. I was wrong. Wolves are very good and very good on the counter. Every time they came down the pitch, they were devastating, but we were better than them. Like, we had the better of the play. I thought we were the better team. We gave them a goal, and they're probably one of the worst teams to give a gift to like that because they've only lost one time after they went down a goal. So it looked like a mission that we weren't going to be able to complete. But wow, like, we've never come back. Under Arteta, we've never won a game when we went down. And I think that just shows that, like, this Arsenal team is different. You know, we still have some things to work on. Obviously, if Lacazette doesn't score that winning goal, we're probably talking about him a lot. But you put a striker in this team, and I think we're doing something special. That group of players was playing, like, some of the football that we were playing. I was like, this is Thomas Partey, lone 6 in the center of the pitch. He was perfect. He was much better than Moutinho and Neves for me. And so we deserved it. I love it because I think all of the rivals were hoping that we're going to drop those points. We didn't. And we're 100% like in there for the top 4. Like, not in there like we've gotten it, but like we're definitely in the mix. And I'm loving it. I'm still shaking. And Arteta, he deserves so much credit because substitutions came at the right time. He took off a defender and brought on Nketiah. And Nketiah was very good when he came on. And Pepe, this is what we were talking about. Like, Pepe, he may not be amazing, and he may not have ever like live up to, you know, the price tag, but he can do something off the bench. And perfect substitutions, perfect day. We deserve the win, and I'm loving it. I'm like shaking still. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I bet. And it was interesting during the game. I think it was still 1-0 to Wolves, and we were all sitting here, weren't we, saying if you had a top-class striker tonight, you batter them. You know, because Lacazette, he got the winner and deserves credit. He had a terrible game overall. The approach play was brilliant. You work the ball into the right areas of the box on a regular occasion. It was just a simple fact that you weren't able to put the ball into the back of the net. But overall, it was a solid performance. And look, I've been saying this for weeks. Like, you're there, I make you favorites. I think it's why I think I've been annoyed at Gooners talking about conspiracies and referees stopping us. You are good enough to make it on your own merit. Stop being weak. Stop being flaccid and back your team. And if you don't make it, go on.
Can I say this too? Like, once Wolves scored, I saw a lot of, and especially in a lot of the group chats that I was in, talking about that missed penalty call in the first 2 minutes. And I was like, you guys, the reason why we're down a goal is because we gave it to them, not because we didn't get the penalty call. If we play the way that we're supposed to, it doesn't matter what the referee does. This is a really good example.
The point I would make tonight, we were making jokes of it here in the studio. There was a time where Connor Cody's about to run through on goal. In my opinion, Connor Cody didn't touch Ben White. He went down, you get away with one. Everybody gets decisions go their way. Everybody gets decisions that go against them. When you're the better team and you take your chances, you win football matches. And that's what you saw from Arsenal tonight. There'll be no talk about refs. There'll be no talk about anything other than We were the better team. Your play was better. And look, you just scored your goals in the last moments of the game. You could have been scoring goals throughout the whole 90 minutes tonight. You were that much better than Wolves, in my opinion. And you deserved it. And I get why you're buzzing, and I get why you're happy. And Gooners deserve it tonight, especially Gooners that have stood by Arteta for the majority of the season, especially Gooners that have said, we think he can make it. Like, there are certain guys like Egal backstage that probably got to come out here and apologize to Arteta tonight, because he's still not said sorry for saying he was Arteta out. So, man, I see him backstage. He's got to come out and say that 110%. But listen, Jay, congratulations tonight. Absolute well done. And we'll see you again soon, yeah?
Thanks. Talk to y'all later.
Take care, Jay. Thank you. All the best. We've got some super chats here. We are going to speak to the panel as well. We want to take some early calls. I know people have got to go. Egal's coming on next because he's got to get himself to work soon. Hey, Wolves, how do you like these celebrations? Is what's because Wolves, they were very salty, weren't they, Colleen, about the celebrations you guys did last time out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just stank a little bit of sour grapes, to be fair. And then, you know what, they came to Tottenham and, you know, I think they got the rest of us a little bit worried about how they could be tonight. And as it went to 1-0, you know, and it started teetering on 1-1, you know, I was thinking they're going to love this. They're going to really rub it into our faces here. And then out of nowhere, you know, I mean, Wolves did sit back. They did, they allowed us to come onto them, but fair play in Wolves' defense, you know, literally they don't concede many when they play like that. So, you know, I think credit does have to go to Arteta and the substitutions he made as well to stop them from having a look at our place.
As Zotta says there, Pepe saved him. Pepe, he came on and he helped save the day, and he did a brilliant job. Super chat here says it's great to see football fans so happy after a win. I can't lie. The last time I was as happy as these Arsenal fans today was last season when we won the Champions League. Know your place, small club. I mean, a little bit of salt there from a Chelsea fan, but there we go. JTT here says this Arsenal doc is going to be amazing. High and low emotions, truly all or nothing. What a game. Felt like a cup knockout. Look, last minute winners. Like, you'd love to have won 5-0 tonight, but the feeling of winning that way, Colleen, like, must be, it's the best feeling for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, after seeing, you know, how the other games have gone, Tottenham dropping points, United being inconsistent, you are, like, as Jess said, Arsenal under Arteta haven't shown that they could do that. They've never shown that they can actually come back from behind and win in those very tight and important moments. So it's a nice step in the right direction, but I think we've all still got to take a bit of perspective that, you know, there's 12, 15 games left to go. We will probably lose a game. We probably still can drop some points. But this is a great step in the right direction. And you just see the celebrations afterwards and during the after the goal.
And it was absolutely massive. We look here at the Premier League table. We're going to put up on your screens at home and our screens in here. Look, you don't jump up huge position. Actually, that hasn't updated itself. Let me refresh that. That still has Wolves winning that game. Let me hit the refresh button. It puts you into 5th, but you're a point behind Man United with 2 games in hand. And interestingly, both of us play Wolves next. You play them this. You don't play this weekend, do you? So Man United play it. So Man United again you'll have 3 games in hand on Man United before you play Wolves. Those matches now against Liverpool. Those matches now against Chelsea and Tottenham are just going to become so huge. Those games become so pivotal in this race now. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Next on the show, though, Egal is here with us, people. Make sure like buttons are being smashed. Make sure you're subscribing. Gooners, we want to hear from you. There's no better place to be tonight. You can go and celebrate with other Gooners. Why not celebrate and rub it in the noses of your rivals? Egal's here, people. Let's go.
Talk to me, people. Talk to me. How are you feeling? Late winners. Nothing better than that. Nothing better than that. I predicted it 2-1 once again. And you know what? Wolves gave me more of a threat at our house than Tottenham and West Ham did this season. I was worried about Wolves. Going into this game, I was very worried. I knew it was going to be a tight game, but to win it the way we did, Nicolas Pepe stepping up, waking us up from the slumber. He woke the whole team up, got the crowd up, got everybody up. We got hyped. And then Lacazette, late winner. Oh my God, Lacazette, I love you. I'm sorry for ever slandering you. At this moment in time, Lacazette, you are the man. Appreciate you. I was going to come on here and say, you know what, with Lacazette, I don't know how far we're going to get, but I am so gassed. I could scream right now, but I'm going to be nice to people with headphones. Oh my God, I lost my voice literally yelling a few minutes ago, but I'm so gassed. Top 4, we're on the way. That's 3 games down, 14 more games to go. We got to get this. Arsenal, I love you. let's do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Today, this team is unified. Everybody, the fans, everybody's unified. Get behind this team. We're going to do something. This team is the start of something. And I said at the beginning of the summer, I said it at the beginning of the season. You know what? This is not the same old Arsenal. This is not the same old Arsenal that just gives up on games, that gives up on everything. We carried ourselves through that threshold. We got ourselves to that point and said, you know what? We finally broke through. And I don't care what anybody has to say. This Arsenal team today, you're not going to get my mood down. I am absolutely buzzing.
Listen, and I hear you, mate, and I respect that you're in that mood. This is one of the reasons why all week I've been talking about this conspiracy thing, because tonight, you know, there were decisions that went against you. There were decisions that went for you. Connor Cody's about to run through on goal. Didn't touch Ben White. You got that decision. This is it. When your players deliver for you, the referees have no impact. And I've been saying this for years. Generally speaking, when the better teams deliver, the referees have no impact on the games. You didn't need a penalty to win the match tonight. Your players stepped up and got it done. And that should be the focus. That pressure should always be put upon your players. And they did a brilliant, brilliant job tonight. Does it feel even better? Does it feel even better because Spurs lost in such a poor way last night?
We have to capitalize on every opportunity we get. If a team drops points, we have to capitalize. And you know what? It doesn't matter who drops points. We have to continue to do our business. As I told everybody before, it's not about the facing the Chelseas and the Liverpools. Those are not the games. The games that are going to decide top four. It's the games like this versus Wolves, West Ham, Tottenham, the teams that in amongst us. Those are the games. They're basically 6-pointers, and we have to win them. And when you're talking about the referees, you know what? At halftime, I was pissed off at the referees. But right now, I don't really care because we won. But I'll keep it consistent. The referees continuously don't give us calls. And you know what?
Stop it, man.
Be quiet.
Be quiet. Stop it. You won. You won fair and square. You played beautifully.
You don't even know where I'm going with it. Calm down. You don't even know where I'm going with it. Calm down. We have to.
I don't know where you're going with this, man.
We have to continue to play through poor refereeing. We have to continue to play through not getting calls. Eventually, we will start to get those superstar calls. We are not right now. We're not a juggernaut. Until you are a juggernaut, then you'll get the respect from the referees. At this moment in time, we don't have their respect. We're going to demand their respect at the end of the season. That's what it's going to be.
That's not how it works, though. That's not how it works. It happens. We get a decision for us and against us. It happens. It swings and roundabouts. We've been telling you for so much time. Refereeing decisions do not make the game. It's how you play football. And to be honest, and I'm going to be brutally honest for you, you played absolutely well. Wolves aren't no mugs. They've got brilliant players. They've got Raul Jimenez. They've got Podenza. They've got really, really good players. And you showed up tonight. And you should be happy, but don't stop talking about these referees, man.
Let me say this, Ram. You did not hear what I said. I said we have to demand respect from the referees by doing our business on the pitch. Forget about referees. Forget about referees for a second. If they respect the team and they continue to referee them evenly, we don't have to worry about that. We do our business. We continue to win games. Eventually, we'll start to get calls going our way. I personally believe it. At this moment in time, forget about the referees. We won this game. You're quick to jump on me, but at the end of the day, my team performed well today. We did our job. Results great. Maybe the performance in the first half was not so good, but I'm going 100 miles a minute right now. I'm just too gassed. I don't want no smoke right now. Leave me the hell alone.
And you should be. And you should be. You should be happy. I literally just said you lot should be happy because that was a stellar performance against a very, very shrewd and very good Wolves team. I'm not hating. I'm actually complimenting you. Why are you throwing shades at me, man?
No, because I feel like you're quick to reply. Anyways, Colleen, how you feeling? Arsenal fan in the house. I'm gassed. Are you not gassed?
It's great to see you. Honestly, if I wish you were here because as soon as the whistle went, it's just got very quiet in here. No,
Egal was invited. Egal was invited. He just has work, so yeah. It's not that we don't want more than one Gouda in
right now, but I gotta go.
There we go.
Appreciate it, Terry.
Before you go, somebody wants to speak to you. Z's here.
What's up? I told you you were walking on the pitch. What's up?
You're talking on the pitch, bro. You're still fucking fifth. What is wrong with you? You're going on doing the Super Saiyan rant. You're doing the Super Saiyan rant for what? Are you in the Champions League? Huh?
We will be.
We will be. You better be, mate. You better. If you're not, bro, I promise you. I'm going to make your life a living hell.
I don't.
Bro, you're gonna have to go find an Arteta week. Right now. Keep your shit. You're literally bro. You can't, bro. You better. I'm here for it, bro. I'm waiting.
I'll be waiting.
I'm waiting for it, bro. Congratulations on your win tonight. congratulations, but keep it consistent, bro. If you don't make that top 4, keep it consistent, because you were here belittling Chelsea's little win. You tried to send a little slide dig at United last night, bro. We were in the Champions League last night. Yeah, so behave yourself. Yeah, local man. Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Continue to hate.
It's not even hate. How can I hate a team that's a small club? When was the
you're here after
you're
a
not
win.
even relevant.
After a win.
I said congratulations.
You're here after a
but
win.
we play Champions League football.
Come back with better stuff.
Listen. Does it not upset you that Chelsea, all these other clubs have won more Premier Leagues than you? Man City have won more Premier Leagues than you. How many Premier Leagues have you witnessed?
And I absolutely love it.
How many Premier Leagues have you witnessed?
Come on.
How many Champions Leagues have you witnessed?
That is irrelevant.
You're still a featherweight. You're a featherweight. Behave yourself.
What are you
Pipe
talking
down.
about?
Humble yourself.
What are you talking about?
Wait
Guys,
until you secure the top 4. When you secure the top 4, then we can do it.
So triggered by Arsenal winning today.
Nah, bro, I'm triggered by you, bro.
That's it. You are so
Bro, I'm on you. We're gonna carry this on, bro. Listen, congratulations. May, what on?
I'm gonna come after you. Don't come after me after a win. I'm gonna come after
you. Bro, I'm telling you this. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Arsenal's just gonna put you in the same headache, bro.
You have nothing to throw smoke at today. So
why don't have nothing to throw smoke at? We're still above you, and we're playing Champions League. What are you not playing? You're not even in the cup. What cup are you in?
We'll see.
What cup are you not in? FA Cup? Nah, you lost. Or League Cup? Nah. Conference League? You're not even in Conference League. It's embarrassing, bro.
We will see.
It's embarrassing.
Listen.
You can show all your teeth all you want, bro.
Let me tell you something.
But you're going to be crying.
Bro, my team's ready for war. They're not fighting.
This guy's moving like the Canadian tie. Bro, all you're missing is your Arsenal beanie hat. That's all you're missing, bro. Literally. You're deluded.
Because clearly no one knows what you're talking about. But yeah, have yourself a wonderful day, guys.
Listen,
right,
Egal,
cool.
top man.
Cheers, Terry.
Cheers, boys. Thank you very much, Egal, as well. Look, they wanted to go at each other. They're creating a bit of a rivalry, the two of them. So I thought I'd let them have their little moment. But Colin, from your point of view, how much more confident do you feel now about making the top 4?
I'm not even quietly confident anymore. I think we're going to do it. I don't want to. Like I said, you still need to be careful because our next 2 games in hand, we could still lose. We can lose it, and then we're still kind of in the mix, like a couple of points in between everyone. But I think we are the most consistent out of the 3 most inconsistent teams in the top 4 race. I do think we get the edge over United and Tottenham, but we are very light. Our squad is very light. All it takes is one more game, and we could lose Lacazette, we could lose Saka, and then with the remaining games, it could get very interesting. So it is still touch and go. But after seeing that and coming behind with Arteta, which we don't do, just have to enjoy it. We're just gonna have to get behind them. I think we're going to be hearing the Champions League anthem back at the Emirates come September.
That's a good. That is confident. Listen, I think Arsenal fans deserve to feel confident because you are playing really good football. You've improved massively this year, and the door's been opened up. I suppose that's where, as a rival, where I've been annoyed in recent weeks has been the kind of playing it down like we're going to do it with the favourites, but then all the excuses for if you don't are already there. I just not personally, I'm not a fan of that. If you make a claim about how good your team is and you don't make it, you own it. What about yourself, Ram? Like we've seen Spurs 4 defeats in 5. Man United are just the most inconsistent team, I think, in the top 6 in terms of you don't know what you're going to get. Do you make Arsenal the favourites now after beating Wolves tonight?
I wouldn't make you favourites, but I think you'll get top 4. If that makes sense. I still put Man United as favourites because of the quality of players that they have. They got Cristiano Ronaldo, they got Champions League Varane. I still think they're the favourites, but I don't think, in my honest opinion, when it comes to May, Man United will be in the top 4. I think Arsenal, there's something about them. The only times I see them losing a game is against the big boys, against your Liverpools, your Cities, your Chelseas. But against the likes of United, Tottenham, and Wolves, you may get a couple of draws, but you get some vital wins. And I feel like that is going to be the difference maker in these these ties, because like you said, Tottenham won against Man City but lost against Burnley, and Man United, just their inconsistencies are there to be seen. So I just see Arsenal just being the most consistent club out of those two teams, Terry, in my opinion.
Yeah, look, I make Arsenal the favourites, as I've said for a little while now, and that isn't, again, some people think, you're passing the buck, you're not putting it on your club. I know how inconsistent Manchester United are, so I'm an idiot to expect us to suddenly go on a 3-4-5 game winning run. I think it will be close. I think I think Man United will need. One thing I kind of disagree with Gal on, and I know a lot of Gooners are talking about how it's what you do against teams outside the top six. I actually think your games against Tottenham, Liverpool, and Chelsea could be massively decisive. If you lose all those three, that's 9 points. That's right now. When you've only, how many games you got left?
We've got what around 13?
13.
Yeah,
so you're getting towards like a fair chunk of them are against, and you play Man United again. So 4 of your remaining, almost a quarter of your games remaining are against top 6 opponents. That's going to be key. Look, if you lose all of them, you will then need for Man United to be losing 3 or 4 games as well. And that's where it becomes hard, because I don't know if anyone's going to do that. Arsenal have got to win at least 2 of those 4 matches as a bare minimum, I think, plus the consistency they have against those smaller sides. But it's going to be very intriguing indeed. We're going to get some more callers on. Gooner Express to come on. The African Gooner as well is going to be on. We're going to share that. Actually, Javerne, could you share the link in the live comment section? Javerne's going to share the link to call in the live comment section. Some comments here. You know your place, Chelsea, with the money. You're being liquidated soon once the oligarchs get sanctioned.
Wow.
More to follow on that. Can you imagine? Terry is a content genius, mate. I am. I am. Thank you.
Terry,
I am a genius.
Yeah.
I am a genius. I know. Thank you. No, listen, thank you for the compliment. I don't believe that, but thank you. Leave them, Egal. We lose, they say, stop talking about the ref. We win, they say, stop talking about the ref. You won. I don't.
I mean, I did say stop talking about the rest because you won. You played. I also said you played very, very good football against a very, very shrewd Wolves team. So I don't think you need to talk about the refs. I think you just need to talk about how good you were.
Yeah, but you remember when you're somebody, and obviously Cole's not in this category. If you're someone that wants Arsenal fans that are pushing the conspiracy agenda, they need the Arteta João free card if they don't make the top 4. So you can't drop the referee agenda at any moment. Even if they won 5-0 tonight, if they win some games 3-4, 5-0 in coming weeks, but there's a bad decision still, you will see that bad decision still mentioned, because you've got to keep that seed being watered and fed in case you need it later on down the line. The only reason I know this is I've been in this social media game so long. I've seen this all before. I've seen it all before. I see it coming. I really, really do. Gooner Express on with us now. What you saying, mate?
Yo, it's good, Terry. Bro, the main thing I'm happy about, I can celebrate and get gassed all I want, and I have. Bro, I was screaming when Lacazette scored that goal. I was grilling the guy all night, like shouting at my TV for this guy just to do something, and he comes up with a goal. He was still crap tonight. I'm not going to do what Egal did and excuse him. He was still rubbish, and we still need somebody better in that number 9 position. But he got the goal. That's what matters. But the one thing that I'm most happy about tonight is that I was proven wrong by not just Arteta, but by certain players that I grilled at the start of the season when we signed them. Erdegaard, Ben White, even Nuno Tavares when he came on. Pepe proved me wrong today because he was brilliant. I'm just happy that they're proving me wrong, because as I said many times, as someone who's Arteta out, someone who wants to criticize players before I've even seen them play for my club, the main thing I want them to do is prove me wrong. I don't want Arsenal to lose. I don't want players to flop. I don't want the manager to do bad and get sacked, because that means we aren't doing well. So I'm just happy that they're proving me wrong. The fight, the mentality, is brilliant. Like, I can go back to late Wenger days, and I don't see this fight and winning mentality that the club currently has at the moment. Bro, I'm not going to lie. When it got to 80 minutes, I didn't expect us to win. I thought we'd get a goal, but there's no way I saw us winning this game. But then the minute we got that goal, that first goal, I knew we were going to win. I just sensed it, bro. I could feel it, that this team were not going to stop until we got that second goal. And I'm glad we did. I'm glad that we got the win. The 3 points is huge. Like, I don't think people understand how big this 3 points is today, not just for Arsenal, but for the top 4 race. And yeah, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy that we got the win. I'm happy that certain players, as I said, are proving me wrong, because that's all I ask when I criticize you. And yeah, bro, like I don't know what else to say really. Like it's a brilliant win. And as you said, to see Tottenham lose to Burnley, to see Man United, you know, they aren't playing too well recently. It's great as a rival fan to see that, and obviously for us to be doing well, it's great, man.
I hear you. Gunner Express, thanks for coming on, mate, and having your say. Man, really do appreciate that. Thank you. Is that something you've noticed as an Arsenal fan in terms of the fight this team has compared to, say, 12, 18 months ago?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I did the same. At 80th minute, I was thinking this is done. We're not going to get another goal here. We're not winning it, and it leaves the door open. But it's really something nice to see, especially when Arteta's been criticised for his man management.
Yeah.
You know, there's question marks around, are the players all playing for him? You know, with your Guendouzi's, your Aubameyangs, that's all happened. But you just see the reaction after the goal. You just that they did set that. I mean, it was a big goal. It did mean a lot to us. But you know, those kind of celebrations you don't really see, you know, unless you're on the verge of actually winning something. Like, it was a very, very big reaction, and that's what Arteta is festering within. And I'm enjoying it because it's been a long time. We never see this with Arsenal. You know, it's the same old Arsenal. Of course, they're gonna, you know, they're just not gonna cross the line. They're almost there, but they don't actually quite make it there. So I'm delighted with seeing it, but I think the real challenge is if we can still see that when we go, like when we lose a game in the next one, or if we lose to Tottenham and Chelsea, will that fight still be there if we do happen to lose in the next game after that?
I think you're right in that, and this is where I feel Arsenal, Man United fans, teams that are where we are, need to relax just because of, you know, a good 3 months, a good 6 months. It's, as you say, there's the next layer of difficulty. Even if you make the Champions League, is, well, what do you do in the summer? Who do you buy? And then how do you cope with 2 difficult games per week? And this, again, a lot of Arsenal fans will be like, oh, you know, you're just playing it down. I'm not putting you down. You know, you're moving in the right direction. There's definitely been improvement. I think this whole, I've done it as a United fan so many times in the last 9 years. I think we're back now. And then it falls away again. You lose a certain player or something goes wrong. I still think there's a long way for Arsenal to go. I think what's really important for Gunners to do is celebrate the successes that they have had, to celebrate the improvements that are clear to see. And I think too many Gunners are Ivor League Gunner on once a week. And I understand where he wants Arsenal to be. And I understand that he isn't going to be happy until they're back winning Premier Leagues. But I think you've also got to enjoy at times, notice and celebrate the milestones within the journey back.
I mean, you've got to be realistic. I mean, we're not, like I keep saying, even if we get the Champions League, the next step isn't to be a title contender next season. It's to actually get back into the Champions League, actually become that top 4 team that we used to get criticised for in Wenger's like latter years. It's not jumping, okay, now we're in the Champions League, you know, we're going to go far in it. We're going to now need to challenge Chelsea, City, Liverpool. I mean, obviously I would want that, but it's not realistic. Right now, Arsenal, we are where we are, and the table doesn't lie. The games that we played and how we've been playing, it does not lie. We are where we are because we're not good enough for the next level. So these wins against Wolves, you know, they criticize us for celebrating, but that is actually where we are. We have to celebrate those games to help us get into the top 4. So, you know, you kind of do need to be a bit more realistic, but it's how I'm feeling after this. I'm like, yeah, we're definitely going to get into the top 4. Yeah, I'm ready, you know, but it's, you know, it swings and roundabouts. Fickle, football fans are so fickle. If we lose 2 more games, I'm sure Egal might have a different mood or a different temperature to what's actually going on.
Yeah, and we are but I think it's one of those things where people misconstrued it sometimes. So you have someone like Gunner Express. I don't think he's like a league gunner. I've seen him on multiple occasions in the last 2 years. When you've done good things, he's happy with it. For some Arsenal fans, it will be if you beat Wolves, you beat Watford, you beat, I don't know which order you play your games in hand, but let's say you beat Liverpool at the Emirates and you and then you beat Liverpool and then you beat Tottenham, and then you're shaking your eggs, you're a Liverpool fan, but then you draw 3 games on the bounce against teams you should win, and Man United overtake you. I can understand why certain Arsenal fans will get angry, because there'll be this notion of like when you got to the crunch, it didn't quite work. I think that balance is really important in these circumstances. But one thing I do agree with, you have to celebrate those moments. I see football. I look at Man City right now. Man City are at the peak of their powers. They didn't get to this point the day they got money. Even under Pep, it took a year, and Pep took over a very good team. You don't go from being middle of the road, you know, one of the, you know, top 6, top 7, top 8 team to winning titles inside a couple of years, unless you've been a title winning team and you do a bit of a Chelsea like they did under in that in between Conte and Jose, where they fell off for 1 year. They were still a title winning team either side of that. So, or within a 2 or 3 year period, that again, I feel like that's very, very different indeed. But Arsenal are definitely moving in the right direction. I just think everybody's got to keep their feet on the floor, but keep demanding excellence from the board. Demand that whatever happens, you know, if you qualify for the Champions League, the transfers are right. You don't almost, what you don't want to see is you make the Champions League and then you have a weak summer because, oh, you know what, we're not going to spend because we made it with this squad. We can make it again. Those are the things that I would be demanding as a football club.
And I want to touch on what Gunnar Express said, and it was something that hit me was the ability to come back. And I think we're watching throughout the game, there was an Opta stat saying that there was more of a chance of Wolves winning that game because after half time and they take the lead, they rarely lose or they rarely draw. They actually keep hold of that lead. And one thing that stood out to me was, I won't say it is there yet because I need to see a little bit more of it, but it's that remnants of a winning mentality, an elite mentality that I think we haven't been seeing a lot of it for Arsenal in the last couple of seasons. And if they can continue to do this, then then you can't be salty about it. You have to put your hands up and say they're progressing, and it is a sight to behold.
Of course. And then fans have also got to remember that there's always going to be banter attached as well. Like I remember Liverpool winning the league and they were getting bantered. It was weird. It was like people were bantering them because they didn't get the 100 points or they didn't win any other trophies that year. You're always going to get that from your rivals. Some more super chats we've had here. This one says, Terry worrying about Arsenal's next Terry worrying about Arsenal's next season already. Always, to a degree, I always think ahead as a football fan because you're competing against us. You're in my lifetime, Arsenal have always been our rivals. So I'm always going to think about what Arsenal are going to do, what my club's got to do, and everything else. It's just, that's pretty normal. I'm disappointed, Terry. Arsenal can't be the favourites. It's just, what's that say? Blavation. I love that word. Someone Google that word for us.
Yeah, Google it, man.
You got 3 morons sitting here. We're all like, blah, blah. No, I don't know. You're at uni, bro. Why don't you know these things?
I don't know.
You're meant to be clever at uni.
It could be a mistype.
I have 2 degrees. I don't even know
that word in my life.
You've got 2 degrees.
I have 2 degrees and I have no idea.
There's me. I won't mean to be disrespectful. I just don't know that. I have 2 degrees. In what, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, this might put a spanner in the works with the current climate, but international politics and human rights.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Nice. Nice. I'm sitting here feeling so dumb. I'm sitting here feeling so dumb right now. Because okay, so
hyperbole.
There we go.
It's just exaggerated. Fair play, they fought, but we know it's a facade. Let's say facade.
Yeah, facade.
Oh, look at that. My dyslexia isn't letting me down. This form is a mirage. Look at that. I got 2 right on the bounce. I'm really proud of myself. I need a gold star for that. Listen, it might be a little bit premature. I don't think it's premature to say they're favourites. Being favourites and doing it are 2 very different things. United had this squad since the start of the year. Why do people keep saying because of their squad? They've played 26 games with their squad. I think people look at it like you look at certain games Man United have played. They have those moments of individual brilliance that can get them through. But I disagree. I think Man United's team is too inconsistent compared to this Arsenal side now. This Arsenal team if it was the Arsenal team of last year, I would back us. But this Arsenal team is resolute. They didn't. I disagree with some of the callers. I didn't think Arsenal played that well tonight. Good approach play. Got to the box well. Inside the box, I thought they were poor. And defensively, quite a few mistakes. Like could have conceded some goals tonight.
Well, that's how we conceded our goal.
Well, exactly. The mistake led to that. And you had the bit with the Ben White, Connor Cody bit. They obviously at the beginning of the second half, like I can't remember his name. Somebody went through, nearly scored in the opening few moments. Neto nearly made it 2-1 when it went to 1-1. So there was chances tonight. But Arsenal were just more resolute than I've seen them in probably 7 or 8 years. And that's why I make them favourites. Since Ralph has been here, the only team that has more points than us is City. As bad as people think we have been 1-L, we are still favourites. I hear you, Joshua Jack, but the reason I disagree is Arsenal have played 3 Premier League. By the end of this weekend, we'll have played 3 Premier League games less. Now, I know they're against Tottenham away, Liverpool at home, and Chelsea away, but we have to wait for those. For that, I don't mind stats. Everyone knows I like stats, but you do need to contextualize. Man United playing 2 to 3 more games is the reason we have more points. So until all the teams have played equal amount of games, we don't know. If Arsenal lose their 3 games in hand, then I hear where you're coming from, but they haven't yet. And I do think they've got the capabilities of beating Tottenham. They do have the capabilities of beating Liverpool at home. Like, they are so good at home. They can do it.
Hold off on the whole. They can beat Liverpool at this moment in time. Just hold on there just a little bit. I mean, we're still one of the best teams in the world. Yeah, just ease up.
Oh, but we know you are. But that doesn't mean you can't be beat. That doesn't mean you can't be beat. Arsenal can beat. Yeah. You must, as a Gooner, you must feel confident of playing anybody at the Emirates now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, when we played you in the second leg in the cup, I mean, we ultimately did lose. But I mean, that is a different side to who played these Liverpool sides in the last few years. And I don't think you're the same Liverpool of like two years ago. I don't think you're not beatable. And at the Emirates, I think we could give you a good game. I'm not going to say, do you know what? I'm going to say we will beat you. Wow. I'm just going to come out and say it now. Just because of that. Yeah, I think we will.
There we go. Look, viewers, remember, we're sponsored tonight by Boohoo Man. This jacket, a lot of you are complimenting the jacket. A few of you are saying I'm having a midlife crisis. Don't be a hater. Like, I'm really sorry. You do realize your missus would go out with me. I'm just telling you now. I might have a midlife crisis, but trust me, your missus is not saying no to me. I can see you. Don't cry. She's watching. She just said yes to you, hasn't she? She's gone, he's telling the truth. If you like it, though, check out the Boohoo Man website. Linked in our description below. 40% off this bad boy, plus many, many other pieces of clothing on their website right about now. Check out their gym range as well. It's absolutely impeccable. More calls to come now. African Gooners first on with us now. Let's do this. I didn't press the button. There we go. How you doing, mate?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, my friend. Give me your thoughts on that performance and game tonight.
Yeah, Terry, a lot of mixed feelings. Can't help to be super excited, super proud. You know, my soul is quite happy. Around the 70th minute, there's no way in hell I thought we were going to be able to get into that game and win it. And to be honest, I have to give Arteta some credit because I was feeling that we needed to make some substitutions. I think a common theme with Arsenal is that we don't create enough chances or, you know, good enough chances. I mean, we had 20-something shots at goal today, but they weren't clear-cut chances for me. I think we only had 3-4 shots on target. So chance creation and being clinical is super important for us, and we've been struggling with that. And Pepe made the difference for me today. I mean, he was so direct, and he pretty much saved Arteta's job for me. I mean, it's so ironic because he barely gets any minutes, and he comes on and scores for us. I think a lot of the callers have been right. You know, defensively today, we looked a bit off. Ramsdale as well, making some kind of shady passes that, you know, we've been told he makes. And he hasn't made them up to now. But, I mean, you know, those are a bit scary. And Gabriel making a classic, you know, it was a Mustafi pass. It was just it was a killer pass right across the box. And, yeah, I mean, I'm super proud. I think, you know, as everyone else said, especially Egal, I mean, the fight in this team, the culture is absolutely changing. You can see that. There's no way that this Arsenal team a few years ago would ever be able to pull a result like that. And I think as a United fan, Terry, you can kind of resonate with the feeling because you guys always scored last-minute goals, and it just makes it so much sweeter when you kill the game like that.
Oh, mate, really, do you know what? Mate, you're right. If I could pick how to win a game, I would pick a last-minute winner over a 5-0 drum-in every day of the week. The feeling is beyond amazing. So, yeah, I completely agree with you, my friend. I think you're absolutely spot on. You're spot on.
I also want to say that I think, although I'm ecstatic, I don't want to go overboard like Egal. I don't understand why he never learns. You know, it's great to be happy when we win, but we also have to be realistic and balanced. I mean, as I said, I really see us struggling to score, and I think we're getting by. And look, I'm happy. I mean, I want my team to win all the time, but I'm also realistic to know that in, you know, every single game we will struggle to score in some games, and we will have games where we'll just draw because we can't score against some of the smaller teams. But I mean, for now, Arteta's doing the job, and as long as Arsenal keeps winning and getting 3 points, I really don't care about the performance. It's secondary to me. It's more about the points.
Yeah, this stage of the season, points are what matter more than anything else, and especially Arsenal's situation. If you would have dropped points tonight, especially losing after Spurs did, you know, Man United nicked a very lucky draw last night away at Atletico Madrid. It would have been a sensational midweek for Man United. They would have gone into this weekend with Arsenal not playing buoyant. Yeah. And you've kind of put a lot of pressure on Man United going into that. United are at home to Watford. They should be winning, irrespective of our form. But you put a bit more pressure on Man United now to go and get those 3 points. You guys get another weekend off, another week and time to, you know, prepare for the following weekend where you play Watford. And, you guys just need to get maximum points now until you start playing your games in hand. And you're in a brilliant position to do that, mate. You really are. Appreciate you coming on, having your say, my friend. We'll speak to you again soon. Thank you.
Cheers.
Take care, mate. Thank you. Next on the show, young Tommy is here with us. Big Arsenal fan. What you saying, mate?
I'm happy, man. I'm happy. You know what? Yeah, I would have taken a point tonight because I thought we were lucky to win. I'm gonna be honest, we were lucky to win that game. Like I've been telling people, Pepe should be starting, but this manager is so stubborn not to play Pepe. He came on, he got us the equalizer. I would have taken a point. I said 1-1 for my prediction, but I'm happy we got the 3 points. But we didn't play well tonight. I'm not going to get carried away. I don't think we're favourites for top 4, but it's still early days for me. Because Terry, I'm not convinced about this manager. I don't trust him with everything. But I'm happy with the 3 points. Lacazette, even though I still think we need a better striker than this guy. We got us to win them, but he's still not good enough for me. But I'm happy with the win, and well, yeah, we can like, yeah, I'm happy. Like, I just don't want to get ahead of myself, but we still got a long way to go. The North London derby, we don't really do well at their place. We haven't won at Tottenham since 2014. Chelsea away, yeah, we beat them at Stamford Bridge, but we hardly win at Stamford Bridge anyway. So yeah. I think we're going to lose that game anyway. I think we'll lose to Tottenham. Liverpool at home. Liverpool are the best team. They're the best team in the world. I think we'll lose that game. I just don't see us getting anything in our 3 games. Let's be real. But the Watford away, we have to beat Watford. Leicester at home. They're there for the taking. They are shit anyway. We have to pipe these lot. But yeah, I'm happy.
I hear you, young Tommy. Young Tommy, thank you for calling in, my friend. Speak to you soon. Top man. Very, very happy. Doesn't want to get ahead of himself, and you must be happy. He just called you the best team in the world.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I got a lot of admiration from rival fans. It's nice.
I hear you. Next on the show, Aaron Plummer is here with us.
I think we played okay today. Yeah, I think we played well today. Don't want to get over the top about top 4. I am still not confident about top 4 though. In my personal opinion, I think Tottenham will get top 4. I think Conte beat Arteta. I think Arteta wins. I think Conte wins every single time. I want to talk about strike for the. We done well today, but I've been noticing in the past couple of games that we've been really poor in our strike for. So I think it was a big mistake to sell Abramovich, and I don't see Lacazette as the answer, but Pepe, what a player. He's proving why he cost £72 million a couple of seasons ago. But
yeah, Aaron, I hear you. I think the Aubameyang thing with, when he scored tonight for Barca, a hat-trick the other day, and you guys were losing 1-0, you could see the headlines, you could see what the anti-Arteta fans were looking to say, and that striker position is going to be absolutely imperative in the summer. Aaron, you absolute legend. Thank you for calling in, mate, and having your say. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much indeed. He's right. He's right, though. Like,
I agree with him. To be fair, I agree with him. I think, especially there's several good points he made around Conte. I think, as much as it pains me to say it because it's Spurs, I don't really want to give them any credit at all. But we've seen Conte's pedigree. We've seen he's been there, done it. He's won things. He's never even really been in like a top 4 kind of like race before.
Mm-hmm.
With Arteta, there's question marks because we don't know his actual pedigree. What is his ceiling? We don't know yet.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. And the only I wouldn't put Spurs as favourites for the top 4. If I'm being completely honest, I think squad wise, I think it's United. If Ralph can get a tune out of them, but I still think that from what we're seeing, we're just being a little bit more consistent. But I think it will just start to get a little bit more juicy if we do start to lose a couple of games against the big boys.
I think what's interesting for from a United point of view is if Man United stay in or go out of the Champions League. I think if we go to 1 game a week like yourselves, that helps us massively because Ralph can just work on the system and drill that into them. It's still a little hard for us to be able to do that. There's still been very little time for him to actually train this squad. And he's done, like, Man United are so weird. Like, if you actually look back at our game from Villa onwards, barring the irony in all of it is that we were the better team in every game overall, barring Brighton, but we failed to win so many of the games where we were the better team, as an example. And of course, Ati, I thought, was sensational last night, really, and we were very lucky. But West Ham, we should have beaten them by more than 1-0, but we didn't. We nicked that in the end. We collapsed, but should have been clear of Villa. Should have beaten Southampton. Burnley, we scored 3 goals in the first half, 2 disallowed, and then we couldn't do anything after that point. So United can do this. It's just, do they have the backside for it? And if they do click at any moment and go, I think what we might see, the team that does it, and again, hindsight will be, if a team can win 3 or 4 on the bounce, and Arsenal are currently on 3 on the bounce now, a team that can get 3, 4, 5 wins on the bounce, maybe from this point, will be the team that does it. That little, because I think everyone else is going to drop 4, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6 points in that period and give everybody an advantage. But it's definitely intriguing to me. We had another super chat here that says, big up Aaron, have him on again. So yeah, Aaron's called in a number of times on the terrace, to be fair, regular caller here. He's in for a while, to be fair, but he was a regular caller for a long time. Daniel's on the show now. What are you saying, Danny?
Hi, Terry. Can I just start off by saying, Aaron is a very, very brave person. I really appreciate it. We need more people like him. God bless him. I feel like Arsenal right now, but with the momentum that we have all the momentum in the world, and hopefully we can get top 4. But it's like other callers have been saying, it's too soon to get ahead of ourselves. So I think amongst us Arsenal fans, we have a saying that it's the hope that kills us. And also, as an Arsenal fan, I feel like I'm still not convinced by Kroenke. I still hate the man with a white hot passion. And I'm hearing rumors that we have a Qatari investor that's looking to buy our club around March, April, or May. I'm praying that happens because I'm still not convinced by Kroenke. All of these problems all stem back from him. And I feel like the Kroenke regime have been using Wenger as a shield. And now they've been using, they used Emery. And now
I think, I hear you.
People are starting to realize it now.
I think you speak a lot of sense with the Kroenkes. I've seen a lot of people be very forgiving in recent weeks. And my take's always been, we've got terrible owners in the Glazers as well. You'll never know whether they turn the corner and doing the right thing until 4 or 5 years down the line. Just making top 4, just winning a trophy or 2 doesn't necessarily mean you're being run well. Your Arsenal Football Club, historically, and especially in a contemporary sense because of your finances and what you spend, challenging for league titles is when, on a regular basis, is when you know you're being run well. And of course, that doesn't mean you have to be in the title race every year, but over a 10-year period, clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, have I missed one? Liverpool, right? Should be in title races, should be there or thereabouts, should be looked at as a team that can win these titles at the beginning of the season. Until you're there and you're not being laughed at, until you're there and everybody goes, yeah, like Arsenal got a shout, that's when you know you're being run well. And I think that's one thing I'd say to Gooners as well. Slow down with being so forgiving with them because you haven't seen what's going to happen this summer. You don't know what's going to happen. What happens when, I think Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe, to name those 3, could all become 3 of the best players in the Prem, 3 of the best players in Europe. They are so good.
I also want to say, sorry to cut you off. I also want to say that there's a difference between the Liverpool, Chelsea, and Cities, and the United, Tottenham, and Arsenal's, in the sense that they have owners who care to a certain extent.
Not Liverpool. Not Liverpool. No.
I would
Not
argue
Liverpool.
that I would argue that Fenway Sports Group do care to
No.
some. Well, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But at least your club is run well. At least you can say that your club is
I
run
mean,
well.
the backroom staff, they're very good. Yes.
You are wrong. Well, there's a comment here actually says, "What the fuck is Terry even on tonight? Is he taking jabs at us?" See, I'm not taking jabs at Arsenal. You're not actually listening because what I won't do on the terrace is just spout out positive nonsense. I think Arsenal have improved this season. I think Arsenal are the favourites to make the top four out of United and Tottenham. I think Arteta has done tremendously well to keep this group together. I think certain players in your squad that you signed this summer, Ben White, Tomiyasu, are excellent football players. I think Smith Rowe, Martinelli, and Saka are three of the best young players in the Prem. That is all positive about your club, Arsenal. What I am saying is, just because of those positives over the course of this season and the last 18 months, don't suddenly forgive your owners for the mess that they put you in. It should take years. Yeah. You've got to wait until you are back challenging for titles, winning Premier Leagues, winning your first Champions League, before you turn around and say, we have brilliant owners. Until that point, I think it was very disrespectful to say that. So I'm not having a go at you. I'm imploring you to demand more for your brilliant and historic football club. That for me is, you won't hear that from many other rivals, but for you to turn that into me being negative about your club, come on, bruv, take your head out the clouds and live in reality.
The only reason why the Cronkies even invested last summer was because of the Super League, in my opinion. And also, so just before, I feel like you guys might want to, because I'm taking too much time. Also, I actually had my doubts about this channel. I thought you guys only covered Glazers and the Oddie situation, but no, you guys are very welcoming to all supporters, and I'm just want to say thank you very much.
I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much indeed, Danny boy. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Yeah, thank you. God bless. Goodbye.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much indeed. It's funny he says that. We get a lot of gooners that say like bad stuff about it, especially Arsenal fans, like Terrace or this or that. I'm like, yeah, we banter you when you're bad. I praise you when you're good. But the irony is, social media is this. It's never what you say, it's what you don't say. So I've said loads of nice things about Arsenal, but because I'm not saying that the Cronkies are great, for some people that's just not enough praise.
I mean, I don't know what Arsenal fans do think the Cronkies are great. I think we're quite similar to United in a sense where we've got where we both have owners who have franchises in the NFL. Last year, the Glazers, their team won the Super Bowl. This year, the Cronkies won it. And I think people within the Arsenal fan base, people are getting a little bit excited thinking, okay, this means more money for Arsenal. When it's completely two different strategies. They actually got players, they drafted in players to win now. Arsenal strategy is completely different. And we've never seen them consistently plug lots of money in and see where the team will actually go. Underneath the Cronkies, we've never challenged for a title, really.
I saw last year, man, United finished second, and I saw some of the most prominent journalists out there do pieces, go on to... I watched a guy from The Athletic go on to the Stretford paddock and do an hour or so podcast about all the things that United have built internally, how the hierarchy had changed, how this was going to bear fruit for years to come, how the cultural reboot had happened. I was still never 100% convinced. Ollie gets sacked. We're rebuilding again. We're starting all over again. We're going for a brand new direction. The point is, there were periods in Ollie's tenure where Ollie was given, it's okay, we're rebuilding. It's okay, the Glazers are going to get there. We're doing the right thing. Let's get behind our club. I'm not going to cancel my season ticket because I've been told by certain journalists and by certain big Man United accounts that these things are being improved. Now, I always take these things as, okay, we've employed certain new people. Let's see how they get on. But I always remain skeptical of the Glazers because until you deliver it, until it's arrived and it's yielded fruit, I'm not believing you. And that's what I would implore Arsenal fans to do is don't believe it. Seeing is believing for me. And you have improved as a football team. Arteta's doing a very good job. But it's also you've got to look at Arteta from a point of view of Arteta might be able to get you back in the Champions League. But maybe he's never going to be a good enough manager to win you the major trophies. It's then how they act in terms of, are they ruthless enough as owners to go, you've done great to get us to this point. We now need someone better. And again, Arsenal fans don't always want to hear that because they take that as a negative towards Arteta. But Arteta and your players should never be bigger than your club. No, and if your manager isn't good enough, but then if you believe your owners are brilliant, but your manager isn't quite getting you over the line, there's no reason to not sack your manager because all they're going to do is instill somebody that's going to pick up that are going to maintain the philosophy and move you forward. The only reason for sticking with a manager who's keeping your heads above water is because you're not really sure that the structure behind them is right, which is one of the reasons why I wasn't. In the end, I said Ollie had to go. But for years, I got called out for being an Ollie simp. I said it wasn't that. I said, I just don't trust that if we sack Ollie, we get better as a football club. And how right was I? Because I don't trust the owners. And that's all I'm imploring for Arsenal fans to do, is to be sensible in those conversations. Alan Gill is on the show with us next. What you saying, bro?
Yo, appreciate. Can you hear me?
Yes, my friend.
Oh, appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you. I've been watching you for a while now, so to be honest, I'm really appreciative of it.
No worries. I appreciate the viewership, my friend.
No, of course. Now, I want to say I'm scared we're going to be this year's Leicester. And I say that to mean that I think a lot of people are like saying, yeah, I think Arsenal is going to get top 4. We got it. Woo. And I actually don't think we are going to get it. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I don't think we have the manager to take us where we need to be. And I'm not saying that. I know this is a bad thing to say after a win, of course, but I don't know. I see Manchester United. I see their squad. I see the manager that they have. I see Conte. I see Tottenham, the manager that they have. I just think there's a little bit of an edge on that side to click that top 4 side. I think we'll be in and around top 4, but I'm not really too convinced yet from Arteta. I think that a lot of decisions that he has made has been like luck. A lot of things that fell into his lap. And of course, we've been on the better side of some results, but I don't know. I'm still unconvinced by him, and just want to see a little bit more. I think I've been let down by Arsenal too many times now to be optimistic, but I think come May, if I see us in that top 4, of course, I'll be the first one to wave the Arteta bandwagon.
Yeah, listen, and I hear you. I think you're. I don't blame you for not getting carried away, because as Danny said when he came on, and Colleen kind of alluded to, sometimes that hope with Arsenal that can kill you and everything else. And again, if you like Egal, and I respect Egal's opinions, he's obviously a very big important part of the Terrace. You know, with the way he goes, if they don't make it and they finish 5th or they ended up 6th. You know, he's in for he knows what he's going to get online. And I think for some Arsenal fans, it's just, I'm going to say well done for today, but I'm going to keep my dad, one of my dad's, my favorite expressions my dad had is he's going to keep his powder dry. You know, keep his powder dry, wait and see what happens, and then kind of like move on from that point, really.
Yeah. So I'm not one of those where I'm like, if we don't get it, I'm be like, yeah, I told you so, we're shit. See, you know, it's more like Guna Express said it earlier, I want to be proven wrong. Of course, I'm in group chats. I'm the negative one in the group chat. I want to be proven wrong. I want Arsenal to go different levels and, of course, obviously be in the Champions League, possibly win the Champions League. That's my one optimist that I have. But a few things in regards to today's game. I think Pepe needs more playing time, man. I think it's obvious, especially from the last game and this game, it's obvious that he is a player that can get you goals, or at least put it on a plate for somebody to get goals. And I don't understand why this manager he's very hesitant in playing Pepe. I know he has for the last 2 games, but I think that's a person that if we need a goal, now we're kind of lacking of goals. I think we had 20 plus shots on target, not on goal today, and really only 4 or 5 on target today. So I think that's pretty obvious that we need somebody that can either create goals or score goals, and Pepe is that guy. And I don't understand why the manager is a bit hesitant in playing him. So I think Pepe definitely needs more playing time.
Good point. Alan, thank you very much for coming on, mate, and having your say. Really appreciate the support.
Appreciate it, bro.
Top man. Thank you. Would you like to see Pepe get more game time, Cole?
I think I like Pepe. I think the problem is, clearly, Arteta, as he's always alluded to, is he has these non-negotiables, whether it's behind the scenes, even in the game when they almost got through it on just before we got the second goal. He kind of gave up on a run when they almost, I think it was Podence who took the shot. So I think there's like tweaks to his game, but I think he should be given more of a chance, but also we don't really have a choice. We literally have a very light squad. Yeah. So we need to utilize who we have. And I think in these kind of games, he was a difference maker. He was more direct, and he did what, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Lacazette. What Lacazette failed to do, he had a little bit of finesse and composure in the box. You know, we were talking about it earlier when Lacazette was in the box. You know, he had tunnel vision, wasn't looking up. You know, and then just would do a little skill and then sky the ball over. In that actual play where he actually scores, he takes. You know, he actually uses what we paid that money for him for. He takes a nice bit of skill and actually does what we are lacking is actually get the ball in the back of the net.
I think the situation is very similar to what we have with Divock Origi. Whether they're the same caliber players, by Divock Origi's shown that he's been clutch and he's performed very well. And I'm the same with you with your views on Pepe. Like, the guy's been playing well. Maybe he does need a little bit more game time. Maybe he does deserve a little bit more time on the pitch, because whenever he's come on, he's made a difference and he's proven that he can be a goal threat. And I don't see why Arteta won't play him. I really don't.
I feel like with Pepe, I said it I think when he comes on for the last 20, 25 minutes of games against tired legs, I think he's very good. I think when he's got more space to run into, he's very good. So when you're up against low blocks, I think he struggles when he's doubled up on. But yeah, he's older. The problem is what I saw a bit tonight. Saka nearly I think nearly got the equalizer. But you saw at times tonight, Martinelli and Saka, you saw their age come through where they just sort of run out of ideas. Oh, what else do I do? And that's going to come with experience. And Pepe has that. And I still think there is a player in there, but it's about utilizing him at the right times. And tonight, I mean, I know Lacazette, I don't know if they're giving it as an own goal or not, but he was the match winner essentially. But Lacazette doesn't score his goal without Pepe scoring his first. I think that goal from Pepe, and it already is, Pepe did what Lacazette tried to do 3 or 4 times in the game. He touched and just swiveled in the box, shot and scored. And you need more of that from him. But it's also about consistency. Again, when you're 26, 27, I think that's how old Pepe is, and you cost £72 million, there is a bigger expectation of you to deliver than any other attacker in that team now, because you're a £72 million superstar who's at peak age now. Like, there is no excuse. With Martinelli and Saka, you can forgive them those inconsistencies and whatever else, but you just can't with him, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. I think even when every time he comes on, the commentator will always say, so here's Arsenal's record signing. I think if we paid 20 million for him, I think he might get a little bit more leeway than what he does. Around the fans, not necessarily like with Arteta or anything like that. I think it does weigh heavy on him. I mean, he gets not exactly the same, but similar cases, like maybe with yourselves with Maguire. I mean, it's a slightly different situation where he's the captain, where he probably shouldn't be
playing.
So, but like you said, he did what Lacazette couldn't. And Arteta has shown this season, if anything, if you play well one game, you're going to get back in the next game. So I would like to see him keep doing that with Pepe.
I just want someone here. He's in the mud here. He writes 25, and then he's like, get your facts right, Terry. I just checked. He's 26, and in 2 months he turns 27. Listen, everyone that has tuned in tonight, I still know there's loads of you backstage that want to come on. But listen, thank you very much for coming on and having your say, everyone. Colleen, thank you very much for coming into the studio. First time.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent debut. Ram, pleasure as always. You got to check out Ram versus Monstar tomorrow on the first ever episode of The 12th Man on the Football Terrace. It's a fire show. A big shout out to Boohoo Man again for coming on, sponsoring us today. Make sure you get yourselves across to their website after this show's done. Amazing clothing range at the moment that they've got out. You can get up to 40% off of the clothing range by using promo code TFT10. Use the link in our description as well. Share it with your friends as well. Anyone that's not watching tonight, get them to utilize it. The offer runs until the end of May, as it says in the description below. You can see they've got 30% off all their stuff, but you get an extra 10% with the Terrace. Until next time, everybody, take care. Yep. You said you're bad. No, but it's what I say sometimes. It's like, relax with the aggression and the anger, my G. Amazing channel. Thank you very much, Daniel. There's a nice compliment here for Colin. It says, Colin is banging. That's from Jack. Jack thinks you're banging. There we go.
Lovely, Jack. Oh, he's a Chelsea fan, so that's kind of ruined it for me. Sorry. Change your team, then we can talk.
Jack, are you going to change your team? And she wants to talk. The message is out there. Listen, everybody, take care. Goodbye. God bless.